This is the happiest day of my life. An age-old problem solved. Such are said to have been the first words of the Prime Minister when the agreement which he and the government have reached with Sinn Féin was signed in the early hours of yesterday morning in the Cabinet Room at number 10 Downing Street.
Under the terms of the treaty, all prisoners held in internment camps were released in December 1921. Fractured. A family, a nation, a dream.
Are you sure it's this train he's on?
Will you stop asking me that?
This is the third time we've been down and there's no sign. Mammy's going mad.
I know well she is. Isn't she always mad about something?
What happened between you and her?
Nothing.
Fine. Keep your secrets. I wonder if Sean has changed.
Sean will never change.
We've changed. You've changed.
Tomas! Mary! I haven't missed it, have I?
No, Brid, you haven't.
Well, I hope you have it right this time, Tomas.
He says he's still not sure.
Tomas, Barry, you'll kill me, so you will.
Hard to kill a bad thing like yourself.
Go away with you now.
Don't you know I'm only joking with you?
I do. Oh, isn't this a grand crowd here all the same? Aren't we lucky to be alive to see this day?
Aye.
When you think of poor Mossy, shot through the head. I heard his left ear was ripped right off and they found it down by the river.
Now I doubt that
that's true. And then, when you think of my column, seeing things he shouldn't see,
I know.
you have to be glad there's an end to it.
Aye.
How is the little fella?
He's like a shadow to me.
Poor Colin.
And the screams out of him at night. I think it's worse he's after getting.
He'll forget it. In time.
You don't always forget. I was born sideways, they say. I have an aversion to turning sideways now.
Please don't.
What?
Just don't.
Are you laughing, Tomas Barry?
No.
Because that's the God's honest truth. You try living your life not being able to turn sideways.
Oh, I'm sure it's terrible hard.
Now you're at it. You're worse than Mr. O'Sullivan.
I've seen you turn sideways, Brid.
You have not. Not properly. Oh, laugh away. It's an infliction.
Oh, we're sorry, aren't we, Tomas?
You know we love you.
I do. And sure aren't the Barrys me own blood and everything. But blood.
Aye.
But by God, you're trying to kill me with all this waiting.
This is it. Here they are.
You said that the last 2 times.
There's fellas poking their heads out of the window. This is it.
Is one of the fellows Sean? Can you see?
I don't know. I don't.
Oh, Tomas! Oh, Tomas!
Stop hugging me there now. Sean won't want any tears. This is a great day, Mary.
It is. The boys all coming home.
In time for Christmas. A real Christmas. Not like last year when he was in and out. Do you remember?
I remember.
Then remember that this will be a great Christmas. You, me, Sean, Daddy, Mammy and Moll all together.
Like before all the trouble.
Yes.
I think they're getting off now. Is that Patrick Colgan? Oh, his mother and his clatter of brothers would be only delighted.
He's gone fierce thin.
He was never a big fellow.
That's true. He's coming over. Hello, sir.
It's Pat today, Tomas Barry. How are you? And Mary. Sean is here somewhere. Mrs. O'Sullivan, would you look at yourself? How's that little boy?
Grand, grand.
Will you be joining us for a drink later in the pub, sir? Pat.
If I can get away. Me mother is determined to lock me up now.
You're going from being locked up in Ballykinlar to being locked up in your mother's front room.
I take Ballykinlar any day.
There's Sean. Sean! Sean! Over here!
I leave you to it. I'll catch up with you in a day or so.
Come on, Tomas! Sean!
Mary! I never thought I'd miss you, but I did.
Put me down, you brat. I didn't miss you one bit.
I missed your moaning and sniping and whinging.
I didn't miss the way you bossed us all around.
Somebody had to. And how's my little brother?
Sure, I'm grand.
Sure, I'm grand. Come here. I'm proud of you. So bloody proud.
And I'm proud of you. Can't have been easy in that place.
It wasn't, but sure, we kept up the drilling and the men's fitness, so at least we still have an army.
How's my baby boy?
Oh, Brid, give me a hug. You're getting better looking by the month, do you know that?
I do. Mr. O'Sullivan tells me that every morning.
Is that before or after you make him breakfast?
Go way out of that. You'd want to make tracks back to the pub. Brigid and Joseph would be dying to see you.
They didn't come down.
Moll isn't well and your mother was afraid to leave her. Joseph is minding the pub. Come on.
Is Moll all right?
She's got a bit of an upset stomach.
She'll be grand in a few days.
Your mother was relaxed about it until Teresa arrived. And you know what she's like.
The Grim Reaper.
Told Mammy that Moll had 1 foot in this world and 1 foot in the next.
So Mammy told her to have her 2 feet outside the door and onto the street or she'd wallop her.
She did not.
She did so. But it spooked your mother.
Didn't knock a bother off Teresa. She just wondered why Mammy would want her to do that when all she was doing was giving her expert opinion.
To which Mammy said, "But you're not an expert."
And that's when Teresa took offence.
But Moll, is she all right?
Won't you see for yourself in a minute? Come on. Your mother told me to get you back as quick as I could.
Oh, it's great to be home. Stinking river and all. There's Mrs. Kenny. How's the boys? Aunt Helen, I hear she's doing great work for the cause. Nothing's changed.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good. Definitely good.
Will you come on and stop looking about?
Sean Barry, Connor's the thought to.
Ah, Donal. Tom, come on. Too fain.
Marc galore. I got held up in the shop. I'm meant to be down for the train. It's great to see all our boys out.
The army back in the streets again.
Where we need them.
I saw the paper on the train.
Clever a Dev, huh? Get the boys released, then publish that letter.
What letter?
Dev's letter. It's in the paper today. You should read it.
Is it a rant against the treaty?
I'd hardly call it a rant.
Dev doesn't rant.
Mammy does though, come on.
What did he say?
That the great test has come, Tomas.
That's true enough.
That he can't recommend the treaty.
Ah, that's bollocks.
Tomas.
My little brother all grown up.
Of course he can recommend it. He just can't move his ego out of the way.
How could he recommend an oath of allegiance to the King of England? How could
Mammy
he?
is expecting you home, Sean. Let's leave the politics alone for now.
Tá Carter, good Mara. Come leis Gael. Tá fault your oath a rash, Sean. I'll see you later in the week for a chat, huh?
I look forward to it.
Did Pat Colgan come back with you at all?
He did. He said he was going to his mother.
I'll call in there, so. Welcome back again, Sean.
Donal,
Hello, Paddy.
the Wanderer returns. How are you, Sean?
Hardly a wanderer, Paddy, unless you're counting walks around the yard.
I am. Let me see you. Boy, but you're looking fierce thin. You'll have to get a bit of meat put on them bones.
Brigid will do that if we can ever get him back to her.
Reed, don't be looking all cross with me now. It spoils your lovely face.
I'll spoil your lovely face if you don't hurry up. Your mother will think that's another train you haven't arrived on.
Another train?
Oh, Tomas had us out 3 times so far. Your poor mother's nerves are in tatters.
Join us, Paddy.
Oh, no. I'm not exactly welcome in the pub these days. Your mother and myself...
Paddy's working.
I am not. It's just your mother, Sean. Myself...
Forget about me mother, will you? She'll hardly refuse me anything today.
You'll have 1 drink at least.
Oh, at least.
Did you hear about Mossy Kinsella, Sean? Shot like a dog in the street a month back.
And did you also hear that it had nothing to do with me?
We all know it had nothing to do with you, Paddy. Don't we, Brid?
Well, yes, but you could hardly be blamed for thinking.
This man is a hero. Doesn't Tomas owe him his life since bloody Sunday? Mammy said she was indebted to him.
Your mother said that?
Yes, in one of her letters. Indebted, she said.
No offence to your mother, Sean, but she certainly hasn't acted indebted.
You know, Mammy. She shouts her mouth off. Come on, Paddy.
I haven't set foot inside that pub since I was accused of murder.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, you should be. Only for that will showing up, people would still be believing it.
What's this about a will?
Oh, you have a fair bit of catching up to do, Sean Barry.
And you're the man to do it. Come on. My mother won't say a word if you're with me.
For you, Sean. For you.
I think the train is in, Brigid. I'll give you a shout when he arrives.
Grand, Joseph. Did you hear that, Moll? Sean is home. What do you think of that now, huh?
Good. Sean is funny.
He is. And you'll have lots of stories and jokes for you. And when you get better, he'll take you maybe on the train somewhere. Or get conkers for you in the college.
Or a picnic, maybe.
Or a picnic.
I'd like that.
I know you will, pet. I know you will.
I caught sight of Tomas coming up the street, Brigid. He'll be here in a minute.
Yeah, I'll be down now. You get some sleep. I'll send Sean up to you in a bit. Where is he? Is he not back? I thought you said he was coming.
He's gone off with J.J. Fitzgerald, drinking in Dublin.
Drinking in Dublin? I'll drink him in Dublin. Get me my coat. What are you doing here, Paddy Dooley?
Brigid?
Now, he said he wouldn't set foot in the place, yet here he is. You go and get me my coat.
It's a special day. I thought I'd celebrate Sean's homecoming.
Well, then wait till he comes home at least. It's not funny, Mary. I can see you laughing behind that scarf. That boy hasn't seen his family in months, and he takes off drinking in Dublin. I'll bring him back. You go on up to Moll, Mary. And you, Tomas, you useless idiot. Go and make sure everyone pays for their pints. Yes, I'm looking at you, Mr. Dooley. Joseph, get the cart around the front. If I have to drag that boy back by the hair on his head, I will. A good kick up the arse is
I
what
think
that
I'm too old for a kick up the arse now, man.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry to disappoint you. It's just me.
Oh, come here, you idiot. That was a terrible trick to play on us, Joseph. Look. And you're all thin and pale. Your lovely face is all sunken. Oh, I'll soon have you back to the man you were. Joseph, he's back. Would you look at him?
Good to have you home, son.
It deserves a pint.
Will you serve that fella a pint, Joseph, before he dies of the thirst? Sit down there, Sean. Mary, will you go up to Moll?
I will.
Let me have a moment with my son.
I'll be getting back now. It's grand to see you again, Sean. I'm happy for you, Brigid.
Slán, Brid.
Bye.
Sit in here.
Thanks, Mammy.
Tomas, you sit there. Joseph, have you got the sandwiches Mary ran up this morning? Your favourite son, ham and eggs.
Thanks, Mammy. It's been a good while since I had anything decent to eat. The food was shocking.
You're home now and that's what matters. I can't believe you're here. My boy.
There you are, son. Eat up.
Yep, eat up, Sean. And promise me, no more robbing RIC stations.
Who told you that now?
That lad you did it with, Alan from out Kilcockway.
What were you doing talking with him?
He escaped from the Curragh last month. Came to Father Dempsey for help and that stupid Egypt brought him here.
Don't be calling the priest that now.
Joseph, get back to the bar before your friend has it drunk dry. And I'll call the priest that if I want.
You helped that little rat.
Don't be calling the priest that, Sean. He saved your skin.
I'm indebted to the father. It's Alan I'm talking about. That's not a fellow to be trusted, Mammy.
He swore he never told on you, Sean. Said he was beaten up by the tans and everything.
Somebody told. How did you get him out of here anyway?
That was the funny part. We didn't. Auntie Anne offered him a lift to Dublin.
Why would she do that?
She thought he was a priest needing a lift, and sure, we couldn't tell her the truth.
Auntie Anne doing her bit for the cause. How's the bowl, Donica?
If the rumours are to be believed, very bold.
Don't be joking about your cousin like that. Sissy says he fathered her child.
Oh, Jesus. I've missed this place.
And Sissy had the baby and is now living with Teresa.
And the cat.
And Bartholomew.
And Tomas finally plucked up the courage to go stepping out with Lizzie O'Neill. Much to the relief of the whole town.
Feck off, Paddy.
That I will, Tomas. Slán to Sean. And I'll see you over the Christmas.
Slán, Paddy.
Good day, Paddy. There'll be no more work today. If a man can't take a day off to celebrate his son coming home, then things are in a bad way. We're delighted to have you back, so we are. I heard it was terrible up there.
Only for the bravery of the men it would have been. You heard about poor Tig Barry.
The whole country heard.
Oh, I was there. Seen the whole thing, so I did.
What happened? Some boys were being released, we heard.
That's right. And Tig and a few of the others were just standing by the fence looking out. And the next thing, the bastard... Sorry, Mammy. On sentry duty, shot Tig right through the heart. One of the men dragged him back, but sure it was too late then.
The reports in the newspaper said he disobeyed an order to move away from the fence.
That's true, but to kill a man over it...
Aye.
He got a good send-off anyway.
He did. There were a few British who were sorry it happened, so they let the tricolour go on the coffin. But we were all worried after.
There's to be an inquest. He'll get justice there.
I wouldn't trust anyone but our own to get justice for one of our own. There was no justice when they shot Tormey and Sloane, was there?
You're home now, anyway.
And sure, peace is on the horizon.
If you'd seen what I seen today, you wouldn't say that.
What did you see?
Stones and missiles fired at the train in Portadown and in Banbridge. Some unionists climbed aboard and started fighting. We got the better of them, but they'd rather die than come in with us in the south. And there's many fellows who would rather die than swear allegiance to a British king.
The cheek of them unionists.
They hate us, Mammy, as much as we hate them.
I don't hate anyone. Your father was a proud soldier.
Peace will be a long time coming, so don't hold your breath.
Now, I won't listen to this today. Come on up and say hello to Moll. She might be awake now.
He's not to be talking like that in front of your mother.
I can't stop him.
He'd be back out with a gun in his hand again if we're not careful.
It might not come to that.
What's your thoughts on all this?
This treaty is better than anything we've ever had before. Better than Home Rule. We need to at least give it a chance.
Dev doesn't think so.
Mick Collins ran the war. He knows how far we can push it. He wouldn't have signed unless it was the best he could get.
Well, that's true.
And Dev's just a blow-in with an ego problem.
Dev is the man who raised the money for this war.
I thought you were upstairs.
Moll's still asleep. Is she all right? She looked very pale.
She'll be grand. I'll go up and give your mother a break, if she'll trust me.
You're all for the treaty, eh, Tomas?
Peace will come if we all work at it.
You always loved your fairy tales.
You can't talk to me like that anymore.
That's right. Sure, aren't you the great boy? Got promoted and everything.
That's not what I mean.
I'll go down now, Mammy.
Higher than me now, eh?
Aye, I am.
You did good, though. Shooting that RIC fella clean through the head.
It was a lucky shot.
Word was he went down like a sack of spuds.
I don't remember rightly.
One less RIC man in Maynooth. We had celebrations in Ballykinlar that night.
What's that you're saying?
That's not for repeating, Mary. There's only a few that knows it was Tomas.
Knows it was Tomas what?
Nothing.
One less RIC man in Maynooth. Tomas.
He's talking rubbish.
I am not. This fella here, Mary, he shot...
You!
Yes, him. He's a...
You!
Jesus, Mary, what?
It was you! You bastard!
What's got into you?
How could you?
Mary, Stop!
How could you? He was a good man, I swear. I will kill you. I'll kill you, I'll report you.
Stop it, Mary. Tomas is a hero.
And you? Celebrating. Oh, you make me sick.
I'm only talking about the RIC man that Tomas shot.
Joseph Hughes was his name.
What?
He was of Wolf Hill and he came from a family of 6. 2 girls, 4 boys. His mother and 2 brothers that lived on a farm, and Joseph used to send them money.
What are you on about?
I'm telling you his name. And I'm telling him who he shot that night. His name was Joseph Hughes, and when he died, his life to the state was worth only £500. It was worth so much more to me.
You knew him?
We were engaged.
Jesus. How could you let her do that?
Let me. I can do what I want.
Stepping out with the enemy, you're a disgrace.
Our own father was a British soldier.
And he was a disgrace too.
His job put food in your mouth, drink in your belly.
I'd rather have starved.
That's not what you were saying with all your moaning in Ballykinlar. Oh, the food is bad. Oh, the food.
Can we just...
All I did for you.
Mary, I didn't know.
You did your duty, Tomas.
I'll tell you about duty. When Mammy got depressed after Joseph Jr. died, I was the one who looked after you, Tomas.
I know, but it was dark that night,
I
Mary.
fed you. I played with you.
He was at the head.
I gave up my time for you.
They told me to shoot.
You killed him.
Yes.
You murdered him.
Yes.
Shame on you.
You're a fine girl to be talking about shame. By God, if I'd been here, I'd have put a stop to it.
You might have tried, but I loved him. He loved me, and I'm proud to say it.
You bitch.
Let her go.
All the men that have died for the cause of freedom, and you tramp, defending a lackey of the English.
He was no lackey, he was Irish. And he was a better man than you.
You say that again and I'll clatter you.
Ah, you will you?
Let her go.
You should have put a stop to it.
Didn't he slaughter him?
I'm sorry, Mary.
What are you sorry for? Jesus Christ, have you all gone soft?
It's too late for sorry. I loved someone and you took him away. I won't ever forgive you, Tomas. And as for you, I hope Ireland is worth it.
I'm finished with killing now, Mary. Mary!
Leave her. She'll be alright.
How will she be ever alright again? I killed her sweetheart.
And a good thing too.
Have you no heart left?
I saw fine men executed for no reason. I saw men ill and not tended to, men starved, men beaten. I saw grief when Barry was shot. I have no heart for those who serve or love those who serve the Empire.
Would you listen to yourself? What about a heart for your own sister, your own flesh and blood?
Did you ask her where her heart was when she was chasing an Englishman?
She loved him, Sean. Same as I love Lizzie. But you wouldn't understand about that sort of love, would you? You're far too busy loving Ireland.
Lizzie was with me before she was ever with you.
You liar.
Prove it.
Get lost, Sean. Just get lost.
Oh, Jesus, no.
What's that?
No,
Mammy?
no, Mom,
Mammy?
no. Moll!
Tomas, open the door there, good boy. I'm taking Moll up the road to the doctor. She's after taking a turn.
Hurry, oh my God. No, you'll be all right, Mom, you'll be all right. You will. No, Mammy promises. Will you hurry up at that door?
Here, put my jacket over. Oh, Jesus, little Molly May. Oh, Jesus.
I'll lock up here. We'll all go.
Fractured is a Down at Heel production. All episodes were written by Joe Bergin, Brendan Farrell, Claire Joyce and Martina Riley. Sound engineer is Brendan Farrell. Fractured is supported by Kildare County Council through a bursary from Creative Ireland. It is also supported by the County Kildare Decade of Commemorations programme and the Department of Tourism, Culture, Arts, Gaeltacht, Sport and Media under the Decade of Centenaries 2012 to 2023 initiative.